Good evening. Hello. I haven't played on the Beast in a week. It's terrible. It's terrible and awful. I think it's literally been since last Friday. It's awful. But this was my week that I went back to work. And, so, yeah, it's been busy and exhausting. And, I'm a teacher, if you didn't know. Teach middle school music. As my day job, you know. So, Ian, what's going on, man? Yeah, doing good. How are you? I had some thoughts this week, which is an interesting thing. This is the thing that I tend to do with my random stray thoughts, is I spend time going, what if I did this with this other thing, and then would that be cool? Or I'll listen to music and, attempt to maybe recreate some of the sounds that I hear, or whatever, or things like that. So I get these ideas. So I didn't have a huge idea for today. Francisco, what is going on? One of my ideas was concerning the Zadar. The Zadar, turning this into essentially a super plucked envelope. Right? And then what we're going to do is go, okay, you're already on repeats, like infinite. So I'm going to turn these all into LFOs. And then just let the... No. Naughty. Okay. We want to make sure that there's enough of a peak voltage at the beginning here. But it can be... where are we at here? Warped down to like 0.75. Okay. Shape D. Same thing. Yank. And then like there. Okay. Cool. So we'll see if this works. And then what we do is just by changing the timing of those things, we should be able to get a trigger for either the Bard Quartet or an envelope or both. So the Bard Quartet was the first thing. So what I'm going to do is just take all 4 channels here, and I'm going to put them all into the same, key scale. I'll tell you what would be a better idea before I do anything else. Zero my fucking mixer. And maybe tune things. Yeah. Tuning is a good thing. I don't know. That's a good question. I was wondering that myself. What key should we be in? E flat, maybe? I don't know. My first thought, I again, random stray thoughts. I went disc golfing today, and so I was coming home, and I'm like, what key should I make a thing in tonight? I want to do something funky. I want to do something maybe like Phrygian dominant or something like that. So like E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, B, C sharp. There. Yeah. That's a funky scale shape. It's like a little guy. He's like, ah. Okay, anyways. Let's talk about tuning here, first of all. Are we in tune? Do we exist? Oh, I turned my master all the way down to fade out last week. Son of a bitch. Kind of stuff it's just not quite right here. Okay, let's use this as our reference. And I am going to fire up my tuner on my phone and just, it's a little sharp, but I don't know how much I can do. Pretty good. Pretty good there. No, in this one you just tune to... Usually I tune all my oscillators to C. It just, you know... I know some people that don't do that because they don't really know music much. They don't know theory or keys or anything. Which means that they're tuning their oscillators to whatever key that they're playing in. It sounds pretty good, and that's a digital oscillator, so it fucking better be. That ain't good. Like, you can hear it when it's in. That's obnoxious. Done. About as close as that's gonna get. Nailed. These are the fuckers that I was more worried about. Pretty good. Done. Okay, good. I don't know. How many VCOs do I officially have? I have 4 standard VCOs in the top. And then there's the chainsaw, so that's 5. The ensemble oscillator 6. CSL is 7, and kind of like 7 and 8. Rings, I'm not even going to go there. Because that motherfucker... First of all, to tune it, you have to strike it, right? So you can't just put a thing in there and have it just spew out a note. You have to give it a trigger or something. So if I take the output, then just like nothing happens. Because you have to give it a trigger to pluck it. Which, you know, wouldn't be hard. But, I mean, it's annoying. So unless you're planning on using it, I don't even bother. And then I have Platts, and I guess that's it. So, technically, if we look at the CSL as 2 separate oscillators, I don't know, kind of isn't, though. You know, it's 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different VCOs. All of them different, though. That's the thing. Like, even my 4 analog VCOs, like, the Dopfers are pretty much the same. But these two are pretty different. Like, they all have their own unique sound. Seven filters. I love my filters. Hugged my filters. My filters have been hugged. Although, this thing is really big. And I feel like I could replace it with two of different filters, maybe. We need more filters, goddammit. Let's ship in more filters from out of state. The nice thing is, if I replaced that with just a smaller one, it just needs to have 2 different inputs that are pot, you know, that are variable. If I replaced it with a stereo one, I mean, that'd be cool. But it would have to be dual stereo, not like 2-channel. Like the Popple is a nice, fairly inexpensive stereo filter, but each channel is independent. Like, they share the same cutoff, but they don't share the same modulators, which is really kind of odd. But whatever, you know, you make it work. So, back to the Zadar. Here we are at the Zadar, and we were going to use it to pluck the Bard Quartet. So let's make ourselves some voices. So here's one. Can we just go like right like this? Yeah, we can. Nice. Nice. I brought my little system to school, which was really nice. It's very entertaining, and I'll set up like a little ambient, like a generative patch in my classroom and just kind of leave it going. Hey, how's it going? So the kids walk in and it's just like boom, boom, bing, boom, bloom, and they're like, and it's a good time, and it kind of blows their minds a little bit because it still looks like a spaceship, but that thing needs some. The most fun I have with that is marbles. I was thinking of getting a second marbles in there and just turning the whole thing just purely generative. Pull the neutron out. Get rid of. There's a couple of things in there that are totally superfluous. Like I have an old Behringer dual VCA. Don't fucking need that. I've got the quad VCA, just like this one. I've got another one in there. Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what I was going for, and so it's just hilarious. And yeah, I've been having a good time this week with that, and so yeah, let's see what we got here as far as. See, this seems like this is tracking really, really quickly, which is not good, right? What I'm looking for are like shit. You know the patterns that you get when you put a bunch of metronomes. If you take 3 metronomes or 4 or 5 mechanical metronomes, you set them all to the same tempo, and then you just let them loose at the same time. They won't stay the same. Right? Because there's little inconsistencies in their design, in how their spring tension, blah, 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 right? And so those kind of interference patterns that you can get, I wanted to try imitating that somehow using either the Zadar as an envelope or whatever. And now I'm trying to think, how can I do this then? Because if it's, oh, you know why? Because I don't have it in arpeggiator mode. Okay, never mind. Never you mind. We're going to put all 4 of these into arpeggiator mode. Now it should spike it when it hits the top of the envelope. Okay. So, voice number 1. So this thing, when it's in arpeggiator mode, you only have to feed it a trigger. It can be jitter if it's you're affecting the clock source with noise. Really, it's there's a name for it. It's a Japanese guy. It starts with a K, Kumoshito pattern or something like that. I can't remember. Composers like Steve Reich, like pendulum music, is a good example of that. It's aleatory. It's a music of chaos, right? And so pendulum music is you take a bunch of microphones, you hook them up through a PA system, stick the speakers on the floor, suspend the microphones, and you swing the microphones back and forth over the speaker. So as it gets close, it makes feedback. So it's like, and it's super obnoxious. But they all move at their own rate. So you get these funky interference patterns, and you just get some really interesting, like, mathy kinds of sounds. And I don't know. It's right dead fascinating, if you ask me. Okay, red voice going up yonder. Let's just run these 2 for now. I'm going to definitely add to them. Let's see here. What are we going to put them through? Should put them through something. Maybe we just run triangle waves through VCAs. But the problem with that, of course, is that now we're looking at... now I have to duplicate those triggers, which is what I was attempting to avoid, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I could use the Quadrax for this too, which was my original thought, like, because you could put this on a cycling envelope or an LFO and then just, like, spike the shape all the way to the left, and then, tiny attack time, long decay time. The decay time changes the time, so it just keep spitting out a regular interval, but it's the interference patterns between them. But then I thought, well, the Zadar, more precise, more possibilities. Let's just try it through. I'm going to try it through VCA. So this is actually channel 2. I want to keep my cables vaguely separated here. So we'll go triangle waves into a VCA, and then I'm going to have to, like I said, I'm going to have to duplicate those triggers. Thankfully, that's really easy to do, because what we can do is just put a stackable right in here. Chonk, channel 2, chonk, trigger channel 2 for our envelope. I've got just enough stackables and hopscotches, or whatever the frack they're called. Get in there. Channel 2 as I put it in channel 1. Makes sense. Good job, brain. Okay. What do we got? We got no outputs because we also don't have envelopes. God damn it. Okay. Not even close to being finished yet. 1. Envelope. Channel 1. Envelope. Channel 2. Envelope. You go into the channel 2 control voltage input for that particular channel of that particular VCA for that particular sound. Right? There you go. Good job, mate. There. Oh, it's getting both outputs because they are altered, normalized. So let's pan these guys, give them a little reverb. Okay. All right, arpeggio. Arpeggio menu. We gotta randomize this stuff first of all. It should be... I thought it was randomizing it. Doesn't seem like it's having any effect. It's weird. It's annoying. Alright, now then, channel A. Now we can just speed these up, right? Okay, what the heck? There we go. So now we need to make voice number 3. So you're feeling me now? Little droplets of sound. Wonderful. rig up the third and fourth channel envelopes here. I'm going to limit the octave range a little bit. It's going a little bit kooky. Okay. Channel C. What's our timing on that? 1.22 seconds. How about 1.19? Okay. I've got each one at about 1.2 seconds. So obviously then that's the deal. Like you just change the time on each envelope because it's acting as an LFO, right? And then you can start to get interference patterns because you can do it in hundredths of a second cycle time, which is pretty friggin' cool. Okay, we're going a little dope for action on this guy. And let's get him through the Mankato. How about a little sawtooth wave action instead? Das envelope goes yonder. And then we've got this guy here. Got this guy here. Yeah, should be about right. There we go. That's interesting. It's like playing two notes. I don't have to comment on everything. Gosh. I'm mad respect to Trent Reznor. Hey, I've watched the Watchmen series on HBO. I've watched it twice already, mostly because of the soundtrack, and it's Trent Reznor and Atticus. What's his last name? I always want to say Finch, but I know that's not right because that's, you know, Catcher in the Rye or whatever. Are the other ones like this? Are they like budding? No. See, they're just spot on. And then this one, same thing. Oh, wait, no, that's got the dual. What? Why is this one not? This one's just like, cool. Weird. This is channel A. Okay, and it's at 1.2 seconds. Minus 0.9. Okay, so minus 0.9. I thought it was the envelope speed that was doing this. Now, I'm not so sure. Maybe it's something to do with the sensitivity of the oscillator of the... See, that's really weird. What? I wonder... There, that's a solution. Make it less percussive, and then we just cut off the first part. Like, that music is super, super cool. Like, grim and just... man, it's so good. God, it kind of makes me want to go home and watch it tonight. Yes, I am. Who's... Realistically, what I should do is put these on... Yeah, but the trick is you've done it in 6 months, and I've done it in 5 years. So now we're getting some interesting little back and forths here. Okay, so let's I'm gonna add a fourth voice to this, and then we'll add a little bass voice maybe. Get a little bass groan going. And then start playing with timing and getting some potential weirdness going. Maybe speed the whole thing up substantially. Because it's not clocked right now. It's just like envelopes doing their envelope-y thing. Okay. Here we go. Let's see here. This guy's gonna go to, I don't know. What shall we put it in? Super critical neutron filter. A purple voice. It's gonna be whatever this reaches. Which is okay, we'll just go, how about we go chainsaw? That'll work. Because, you know, stereo filter, stereo oscillator. They're best friends. Yes, except it doesn't destroy your body. It enlightens it, makes it better. Improves your mind. Is good for you. In other words. Voice 4. Here we go. Oh, you get the same shit going down, huh? I see how it is. Let's deal with that. I'm liking this so far. This is pretty interesting. This is weird. I was going to use the melodizer.
Silly me. Silly me.
He's good for you. Oh, you hear those two? They're perfectly together. Just for a second. And now they're separating. I am happy with that. See, this would be the perfect thing to put the entire thing through a filter. I don't think I'm quite prepared to do that yet. now I want to rig this thing to redice the melody every just like once in a while, whenever that is. The Bard Quartet is determining the pitches, yeah. So this is in an E-flat Phrygian dominant scale. So it's like E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, B. Or C flat, D flat, E flat. So this is the key. The bass note is playing the key right now. So I need gate in number 1. It doesn't reach. Nah. Boo. I wish it reached. We can make it reach. We're gonna send a sloths, the faster sloths into the comparator and have it send out a spike, and then that should redice the melody. But that there, yeah. See, now it's working. Okay, now let's take a step back here. Let's take a step back. Taking a step back. Here it is. All right, so we're going to start this from scratch. Then I'm going to start messing with the timings. That's not what we wanted. That was terrifying. Just a regular old, dare I say it, mono delay. Can we just do that? Terrifying definitely can be good. By the way, there's a drone bank in here that I don't think I've ever explored. that madness. I don't even know what just happened. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. This is a high pass freezer. Okay. No, I really just want like a mono delay. I don't think it even exists in here. Maybe the granular. That one's. I don't know if that's 100% panny stereo. I'm spent. I've nutted all over myself now. That was a lot of fun. That was really cool. I dig that. Way out. Man, we're not even an hour. We're going to have to tear this all out and start over with something fresh here. It's not even 6:30. Fuck, man. It's early. That was really cool. You know, I think to myself, we fall into these traps and we don't even notice it, right? For example, the trap of kick drum. The trap of rolls. Like, sound has to have a roll, right? Everything has to have a function. But that's bullshit. Nothing needs to be anything, right? And so it's extremely rare for me to break out of the paradigm of, you know, an instrument sound or a function for a particular track, piece, you know, whatever, anything. You know, and to have those really, you know, basic, predefined, you know, notions of what a particular sound is supposed to be or what this whole thing is supposed to sound like, kind of thing. But like, you don't need that, right? Think about, I don't know. You know what's really interesting is when you listen to like old school synth guys like Tomita, okay? So if you've never heard Tomita, Japanese synth player in the 70s, used a lot of Moog stuff, Roland stuff, but not the point. Like he made classical sort of like remakes with modular, and it's some of the most incredibly imaginative sound design that I've ever heard. You know, it's some of these pieces, like Pictures at an Exhibition. He did Pictures at an Exhibition. I played Pictures at an Exhibition, right? It's a piano suite. It's like 10 pieces plus a bunch of little ones, like crammed in the middle. And dude, I got like kind of like chills from that. Feel like I got a, oh man, got like a nice adrenaline rush from that. It was nifty. By the way, go Shackmat, go Bard Quartet. This thing is so cool, man. Having 4 channels of arpeggiator. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. So glad I made that purchase. So glad that Signal Sounds in UK sent it in like 3 days. Everything about that transaction was just like blessed.
It was blessed.
But yeah. Sometimes you just make noises and then you double down and you make more noises, and it doesn't have to have a purpose or a function. It just has to make you feel something. That one definitely did the job for me. Hopefully you got something out of that, and if not, respect that too. No, go to hell! No, I'm just kidding.
I said, why don't you lick my balls, Mr. Garrison?
Buy me Bone Storm or go to hell. Oh man, that was awesome. That was a good Simpsons. Bart sells his soul? No, it's Bart's the shoplifter. It's like first or second season Simpsons. It hits, man. It hits hard. I think I remember I was about 6 years old and I like stole some like Star Wars collector cards with like my next door neighbor who was like an older kid that I played with. It was like 8 or something like that. And I got in so much trouble. Like, I feel it. But he shoplifts. What does he shoplift? He tries to steal a video game, right? This is Bone Storm. It's this new fighting game, and the ad is great. It's like, buy me Bone Storm or go to hell. So he says that to his mom. Of course, doesn't go well. But anyways. Oh, I'm all about the Simpsons references. Man. Okay. What do we do? I like plucky randomness. That is very entertaining to me. First thing we should probably do is hook up the clock. Actually, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe that's a thing to think about. I was having a good time that time playing the melodizer like an instrument, you know, like a keyboard. You've got range switches here, you've got a legato, you've got a rhythm thing. So for that last thing, it was just like whole notes, slow clock rate, and then as I wanted a new note, I would just turn up that particular slider for that note, and then, you know, futz with the range a little bit till I got the right octave. And then so octaves between that and then the ensemble oscillator. So you can pop it up to the higher one, pop it down to the lower one. Because the ensemble oscillator is all octaves. And then, you know, turning up the warp. Messing with the FM and the detune on that and stuff. And then get those really aggressive, naughty sounds. So, anyways, good times. Ugh. I need agua. And then I'm going to zero my mixer because I got stuff panned all over the place too. I want to mess with that. I want to mess with the arpeggiator a little, like a multi-channel, like polyphonic thing, you know. So what we could do, of course, is a C major 7th chord. Oh, that's really not terribly exciting. Oh man, yawnerific. It's bad. It's the only thing that makes me think I shouldn't keep going. Is like I get the yawns attack, you know, going here. So, but you know, fuck it. You only live twice. You only live thrice. So you know what I mean. Who cares and stuff. All right, we're gonna use a little Marby Bowls. Got a little Marby Bowls going down here. Okay. I'm gonna pull the clock out of that guy though. Let's pull the clock out of that fucker also. Eh, I just leave it there. That's fine. It can spew forth clock. That's okay. It's not gonna hurt anything. So we got 3 channels going through Marbles, but see, Marbles has its own sequencing, and it can actually output those same exact notes, just by turning your steps to about 2:30, 3 o'clock. So I don't think I need to use that, right? Anybody know? Is there an app in the Ornament and Crime that gives you, like, triggers? Dielectric ping pong. That gives you the, like, the bouncing ball kind of thing, which is really interesting. Never played with it, which is sort of sad. Should probably do that someday. I have no idea what this is. Nice. Let's find some oscillators. Oh wait, I was gonna use the chainsaw channels. Because it's got polyphony, right? And that's kind of nifty. Now, of course, the only problem is that we are going to immediately use up, you know, 3/4 of the channels of the Bard Quartet, which is why I've seriously contemplated getting a second one. And, you know, having 2 of them. Is one of them devoted to quantization and one to like arpeggiation. What is going on? Who is freaking the fuck out here? That is interesting. Speed. Seems like that's a thing. That speed shouldn't be, you know, maxed out or something. I don't know what this is doing. Pitch +1. So clearly it's putting out notes. I don't know. We have to investigate that at some point. So, output of the chainsaw going to... right now, I could take out the volts in here. Volts expander. And I could probably sacrifice the ornament in crime and put it in my small system. I've been thinking about doing that anyways. To be honest, the muck slicer, I'm ready to, like, kick it down the set of stairs. Just to, you know, just because it's an asshole. Because they fucking fucked up the firmware, and, you know, I really just need to return it, is what I need to do. Or bite the bullet and get a USB, whatchamacallit, the computer chips, the little systems. Can't think of the name of it offhand. My brain is fried. Anyways, you have to get a little programmer for it and, like, hook it up to your computer. And honestly, maybe it's not that big of a deal. Maybe it's really, really easy. But it seems like a royal pain in the ass. That pisses me off. Because right now it's sending out, it's sensing, like, I guess it's putting out clock on the trailing edge of the wave instead of, like, the leading edge. Just, like, the dumbest thing ever. So, I mean, I can compensate for that by, like, making the clock lag. It's a cool sound. Okay. Oh my god, it's Kevin. And he's back from the ashes. Hey, when are you going to populate that skiff that I gave you? Start blowing all of your consumable income. Just spewing it forth. If we just put this with no jitter. Interesting. That's actually not going to do anything right there. Super dumb. All it's doing is sending triggers, so... Okay, now this would be kind of an interesting thing to just throw into the R-bar. What I'm wondering, though, is this only going to put out a certain number of waves? If I do... Yeah. I think I'm going to do just stack up a big ol' honkin' chonky cord. Then we are outputting. Oh. Yeah, that's so much worse when it's mono. It's really unfortunate that the R-bar is not stereo. Recording.
Recording complete.
All that just for that. So what's interesting is you can play the R-bar like an oscillator, because it's essentially acting as a wavetable right now. Yeah, you won't reach. Jerk. See what's going on here? Crazy, man. Or is it this one? That's that sound. Okay, now let's scan the playback head with another slothy channel here. So I've given the Muck Slicer this chaotic clock that Marbles is putting out. Maybe it'll explode, kill itself, and then I can replace it with something cool. Okay. Oh, I know what we can do. We can take all 4 of these outputs on Sawtooth. Give me your Sawtooth. Spazzy, spazzy, spazzy. I will take all of your Sawtooth waves. Wahahaha. And then we can take 1 output for all of those, because normalization rules. And just like hook it into a filter. No, mate. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, I've mixed up my cables. Oh no. Well, why nothing? Why nothing? Okay. Oh, because I'm dumb. There we go. Yeah, we're not quite in tune in there. Yeah, this is really weird. Ah, got it. Fucking doper. This is really slow. And since there's no envelopes on it or anything, it's just doing the thing. I could stick, like... Isn't this envelope doing something? It doesn't even look like it's triggering right now. It's really weird. What we could do is use that envelope for the VCAs. Oh, no. Those guys get turned down first. So we destroy everybody's ears. And then jitter the hell out of it. Something's kind of gross in there. I think it's the R-bar. Yeah. It's because the R-bar is like super duper like wave. It's shifting. It's using the grains as a wavetable, but I've got the spray up. So it's jittering between grains, and it's like funky. I like it. Well, interesting. Yeah. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm, like, exhausted. I think I'm going to have to call it a night. Because I hit a creative block all of a sudden. Not really creative block, just, like, tired. And then this is, like, I don't know. I got to figure that out. I got to read the manual. So, first part was really, really cool, and that's a lot of fun. I'm going to actually go listen to it again. But, anyways, thanks for coming. Maybe Sunday night. I used to try to do Monday modulars, but like Monday's a work day, and it's really, really tough to get done with work and then be like, oh, let's go and do stuff. But then again, I did that today, so I don't know. We'll see. Either Sunday, Monday, but you know, reason streams and stuff like that too coming up. So I will